Hey, Vikings faithful. Skol Nation, rise up. It's time to talk about the roller coaster that is our Minnesota Vikings quarterback saga as we roll into April 2025. Picture this. Whispers of Aaron Rodgers in purple, the hype around McCarthy, and a team stacking the deck to dominate the NFC North. Today, we're unpacking the latest Vikings news that's got every fan buzzing from Minneapolis to the ends of the earth. Trust me, you won't want to miss a single second of this. Here's the teaser that's got my blood pumping. The Vikings could have snagged a 4-time MVP, but instead, they're doubling down on a rookie who's barely thrown an NFL pass. Crazy, right? Are we witnessing the birth of a legend or a massive gamble? Stick with me as we break it all down: quarterback drama, free agency fireworks, and what's cooking for the draft. Let's dive into this wild ride together. So, what's the word on the street? The Vikings have been screaming from the rooftops that McCarthy, our 2024 first-round gem, is the guy for 2025. After knee surgery sidelined him last year, he's back, and the front office can't stop raving about his growth. This isn't just talk. This is our future staring us in the face, and I'm here for it. Let's rewind the tape to training camp last year. McCarthy, the kid from Michigan, steps onto the field with that Viking swagger. Sure, he didn't see game action in 2024 thanks to those pesky knee surgeries, but the buzz from the sidelines was electric. Coaches were nodding, teammates were hyping him up, and now, he's healthy, bulking up, and ready to lead Minnesota Vikings into battle. Meanwhile, the Aaron Rodgers rumors had us all on edge. Imagine this. A former Packers legend, the guy who's haunted our dreams for years, wearing purple and gold. The Vikings kicked the tires early in free agency, but here's the kicker. Our brass said, "Nah, we're good with JJ. That's confidence, folks, and it's got me fired up." What do you think? Did we dodge a bullet or miss a golden opportunity with Rodgers? I mean, the dude's 41, still slinging it like a Hall of Famer, but McCarthy's got youth and hunger on his side. Drop your takes in the comments. I'm dying to hear what Skol Nation thinks about this quarterback crossroads. Now, let's talk about Rodgers for a hot minute because the subplot is straight out of a Hollywood script. The Vikings had chats with him. Yep, Kevin O'Connell and Kwesi Adofo-Mensah sat down with the man himself. Picture the tension. A Vikings legend in the making versus a grizzled vet who's won it all. My heart was racing just thinking about it. But here's where it gets juicy. Reports say Rodgers might have wanted Minnesota bad. Vikings news swirling around says he saw our roster, our coaching, and thought, "This is my Super Bowl shot." Yet, the Vikings said, "Thanks, but no thanks." And now he's leaning toward the Pittsburgh Steelers. Did we just slam the door on a game changer? I can't help but wonder, what if? Rodgers could have brought instant cred, but McCarthy's our long-term play. It's like choosing between a shiny new sword and a battle-tested axe. Which would you pick, Vikings fans? Let's debate this in the comments. I need your passion on this one. Alright, let's shift gears. McCarthy isn't just some rookie hype train. He's the real deal. Drafted 10th overall in 2024, this kid's got a cannon arm and a cool head. Perfect for the Vikings' high-octane offense. Kwesi keeps saying, he's met every bar we've set. And that's no small potatoes coming from the GM. Think about it. Last year, Sam Darnold held the fort, cashing out with a $100 million deal elsewhere. But now it's JJ's time to shine. The Vikings aren't just tossing him in blind. They've built a squad that's quarterback-friendly, as Kwesi puts it. A stout run game, a nasty defense. This is a rookie's dream setup. So what's the vibe? Pure excitement. Baby, McCarthy's been grinding in the offseason, packing on muscle, and studying the playbook like a monk. Are you feeling the Skol spirit yet? Tell me, how many wins do you see with JJ at the helm in 2025? Let's get those predictions rolling. Let's paint the picture. It's Week 1, 2025. US Bank Stadium is roaring, and McCarthy trots out as QB1. Can you feel the chills? After a year on the mend, he's not just recovered. He's a beast ready to unleash hell on the NFC North. This isn't a hope. It's the plan, straight from the Vikings playbook. The stats back it up. McCarthy was a first-round stud for a reason. At Michigan, He threw for over 2,700 yards and 22 touchdowns in his final college season, leading the Wolverines to a national title. Now he's got Kevin O'Connell, one of the sharpest defensive minds in the game, molding him into a Minnesota Vikings superstar. But here's the suspense. Can he handle the pressure? Green Bay, Detroit, Chicago, they're all licking their chops, waiting to test our boy. I say bring it on. What about you? Are you all in on JJ? Or do you think we need a vet backup just in case? Hit me up below. Now let's zoom out. Why are we sleeping on the rest of this Vikings roster? While the quarterback chatter's been loud, Minnesota went all in during free agency, and it's glorious. They dropped serious cash to lock down the trenches. Enter Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave, two Pro Bowl beasts ready to wreak havoc. Allen, a former Commanders stud, racked up 14 quarterback pressures in 2023, top-tier stuff for an interior lineman. Then there's Hargrave, fresh off the 49ers, who's been a sack machine when healthy. Pair them with our existing crew, and this Vikings D-line is a nightmare for any QB. Sorry, Aaron, you're not the only story here. Imagine this, JJ slinging it with time to spare, thanks to a beefed-up O-line, while our defense smothers the opposition. That's the vision, folks. Are you hyped for this trench warfare? Tell me which free agency move gets you most pumped. I'm all ears. Let's talk defense because this is where the Vikings are flexing hard. Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave didn't come cheap. Allen's on a 3-year, big money deal, and Hargrave's rocking a 2-year, $30 million contract. These guys are past their prime? Pfft. Tell that to the QBs they've been flattening. Film don't lie. Allen's quick first step and Hargrave's bull rush are still elite. Vikings News says they're here to mentor the young guns and dominate now, not later. With Brian Flores calling the shots, this defense could jump from good to downright terrifying in 2025. But here's the hook. What happens if they stay healthy? Last year, injuries slowed them down, but a fresh start in Minnesota could mean double-digit sacks and a top 10 D. What do you think? Can these vets turn back the clock? Drop your thoughts, Skol fam. Offense isn't slacking either. The Vikings kept Aaron Jones in the backfield and shored up the O-line with Will Fries and Ryan Kelly. Jones ran for over 1,000 yards last season, and now he's got a rookie QB to keep defenses honest. This is the kind of balance that wins games, people. Fries and Kelly? They're not household names yet, but they're gritty, dependable blockers, perfect for giving J.J. McCarthy those extra seconds to work his magic. The Minnesota Vikings front office clearly had a plan. Build a fortress around their young signal caller. Smart, right? So, picture this. Jones juking defenders, McCarthy firing lasers, and our line holding strong. Does this scream playoff contender to you? I'm feeling it. How about you? Let's hear your boldest Vikings offensive predictions in the comments. Alright, let's pivot to the secondary because here's where the plot thickens. We lost Cameron Bynum to the Colts and waved bye to Stephon Gilmore in free agency. Ouch. Those are big shoes to fill, and the Vikings secondary's looking a little thin as we head toward the draft. But don't panic yet, Byron Murphy Jr. is still locked in, and we snagged Isaiah Rodgers for depth. Still, Vikings News whispers we might need a splash move. Could a draft pick or a late free agency signing turn this weakness into a strength? The suspense is killing me. What's your fix, Skol Nation? Do we trade up for a stud corner, or roll with what we've got? I'm torn, but one thing's for sure. This defense isn't complete without a lockdown DB. Let's brainstorm in the comments. I need your genius ideas. Draft time, baby. It's the next chapter in this Vikings saga. Set for April 24th to 26th in Green Bay, the 2025 NFL Draft is our chance to plug some holes. With only 4 picks right now, Kwesi's hinted at trading to stack the deck. Classic Vikings move, right? The trenches are solid, but that secondary needs love. Analysts are eyeing a big corner. Think 6 feet 1 inch, 197-pound bruisers who can jam receivers at the line. Minnesota Vikings could snag a game-changer early, especially with our history of bold draft day trades. Here's the million-dollar question. Do we go defense or grab a weapon for JJ? I'm dreaming of a shutdown corner, but a speedy receiver could light up the NFC North too. What's your draft wish list? Drop it below. Let's build this roster together. Let's dream big. Why can't the Vikings rule the NFC North in 2025? With McCarthy at the helm, a beefed-up line, and a defense that could feast, we're not just dreaming. We're building a contender. The Lions, Packers, and Bears better watch their backs. Stats don't lie. Last year, we were a playoff team with Sam Darnold. Now, with JJ's potential, Allen and Hargrave's nastiness, and O'Connell's play calling, this could be a 12-win squad. Vikings News says we're all in on this youth movement. Why not aim for the Super Bowl? But here's the twist. What's our ceiling? Injuries, rookie growing pains, or a tough division could trip us up. Are you buying the hype or playing it cautious? Tell me where you see this team in January. I'm ready for the debate. Time to get real. This roster's got depth, but it's not perfect. The Vikings spent over $300 million in free agency, per reports, and yet we're still hunting for a backup QB. Brett Rippon's on the depth chart, but let's be honest, Skol Nation wants a safety net for JJ. Kwesi's playing it cool, saying they might wait until late April when free agents don't hurt comp picks. Could we see a vet like Ryan Tannehill slide in? Or maybe, gasp, Kirk Cousins makes a dramatic return? The Minnesota Vikings QB room is a mystery box, and I'm hooked. What's your take? Do we need a grizzled vet or is JJ enough? I'm torn between trusting the kid and wanting insurance. Let's hash it out in the comments. Your voice matters, Vikings fam. Let's circle back to Aaron Rodgers because this story's too good to drop. Vikings News says we evaluated him, respected him, but ultimately bet on JJ McCarthy. It's like picking your kid over a hired gun. Hard over headlines, and I'm all about that loyalty. Rodgers to the Steelers feels right. He'd get DK Metcalf and a hungry squad, while we nurture our future. But imagine the what-ifs. Aaron in purple torching Green Bay twice a year. It's a fan's fever dream that didn't happen, and I'm still processing it. So, are you relieved or bummed we passed on Rodgers? I'm 80% thrilled for JJ, 20% curious about Aaron. Where do you land? Let's close this chapter together. Hit me with your final QB thoughts. We're nearing the end, but the excitement's just beginning. The Vikings are a powder keg ready to explode in 2025. McCarthy's arm, a monstrous D-line, and a fan base that bleeds purple. This isn't just a team. It's a movement, and I'm proud to be part of it. Every move, from free agency hauls to draft plotting, screams ambition. The 33rd team gave us one of the top offseason grades, and if JJ clicks, we're not just NFC North contenders, we're Super Bowl dark horses. Can you taste it, Skol Nation? What's got you most jacked for 2025? Is it JJ's debut, the D-line chaos, or something else? Lay it on me. I'm living for this hype train. Let's keep the energy sky high in the comments. Alright, Vikings fam, it's time to wrap this epic tale. From quarterback drama to trench domination, the Minnesota Vikings are gearing up for a wild 2025. JJ McCarthy's our guy, the roster stacked, and the NFC North is ours for the taking. Skol to that. I hope you're as pumped as I am. This team's got heart, grit, and a hunger to win. So, here's your mission. Like this video, drop your hottest takes below, and subscribe if you haven't already. We're in this together, and I need every voice in Skol Nation roaring. Share this with your crew. Let's spread the purple pride far and wide. What's next for the Vikings? More news, more hype, more victories. Stick with me, and we'll ride this wave all the way to the top. Skol Vikings. Let's do this.